Hello and welcome to Rajya Sabha News. I'm Tina Jha. Let's begin with the headlines. Rajya Sabha passes Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Amendment Bill 2021. The bill replaces ordinance enacted in the month of April, proposes pre-packed insolvency resolution process with defaults up to 1 crore rupees. Government objects to TMC MP Derek O'Brien's remark on the passage of bills, calls it an insult to people who elected the members of parliament, seeks an apology. And Rajya Sabha chairman expresses anguish over disruptions in parliament, holds meeting with representatives of the government and leaders of the opposition parties to resolve the stalemate. The Upper House on Tuesday passed the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Amendment Bill 2021. It replaces the IBC Amendment Ordinance that took effect on the 4th of April this year. The bill proposes a pre-packed insolvency resolution process with a minimum threshold of not more than 1 crore rupees. In a pre-packed insolvency resolution process, the debtor and the lender agree upon a resolution before approaching the NCLT for approval. In a pre-packed framework, a debtor initiates the resolution proceedings with the lender through an informal process that avoids the otherwise lengthy and costly court procedures.
I congratulate the Minister and also Prime Minister for effectively they have taken the steps to save the MSc program. Sir, this is the principal objective of the law is to restructure and resolve insolvency of corporate persons, partnership firms and individual promptly for leveraging to the maximum value of assets and persons. You know, COVID-19 pandemic has impacted business, financial markets and economies of all of the world, not only in India, throughout the world this happened. In spite of that, government has come forward, Honorable Prime Minister has come forward to save the MSc industries, to see that the economy will be viable and also the people will get the employment opportunity. To save the country, the government has to promptly take the action, this kind of bring in the ordinance.
Cost-effective resolution for MSMEs. It provides an efficient and alternative framework for quicker and cost-effective insolvency resolution process that is least disruptive to business and ensures business preservation. Secondly, for NCLT, it will be a relief because it is burdened with cases that can take several months. The tribunal will only have to reject or approve the resolution plan for MSMEs.
One thing I want to inform Member Ahmed Patnaik that the process can be initiated only with the consent of 66% of unrelated financial creditors and consent of special majority of shareholders. Pre-pack is available only to those CDs eligible to submit a resolution plan under Section 29A. Also, civil and criminal liability is attached to any act of willful misinformation or omission of information. Insolvent professional is tasked with clear duty to report mismanagement of fraudulent practices. So I also want to clarify that there was a concern expressed about haircuts. Out of the 1,349 liquidation cases, more than 74% of the cases ending into liquidation are erstwhile BIFR cases or defunct companies related cases. Going by the experience, the value realized in resolution cases is around 190% and of the liquidation value. Therefore, this is higher than the higher rate of recovery through recovery loss when in comparison with RBDA or surface. So with all this said, sir, I want, in fact, I will share with those members who spoke that on 25 different categories or issues, we have compared the CIRP process with the pre-pack process, and we find that the pre-pack is flexible, cost-effective, time-bound, and therefore very suitable for the MSMEs. So on these counts, I seek the members and their support in passing this bill.
The government expressed anguish over TMC MP Derek O'Brien's papri chart remark on the passage of bills in the House, calling it an insult to the people who have elected the members of Parliament. Union Minister Prahlad Joshi said the Trinamool Congress Member of Parliament must apologize in the House.
Point of order 238. 238 use of offensive expression about the conduct or proceeding of the House or any
crossing all the limits.
Sir,
crossing all the limits and you are bringing bad name to Parliament and bad name to yourself. Please put your respect to
चाट पापड़ी की तरह बिल पास किए जा रहे हैं। यहाँ पर जो माननीय सदस्य बैठे हुए हैं, यहाँ पर चाट पापड़ी बना रहे हैं क्या?
We are ready. Even at this moment, we want to discuss all the bills. We don't want to rush the bill. We don't want to pass the bill without discussion. This point I would like to make clear. But one particular member from TMC, he has insulted the Parliament. He has insulted the people of India who are elected the members of Parliament, sir. It is the greatest insult, and using such phrase is most unfortunate.
Please go to your seat.
And if he has some sense, he should apologize to the country and Parliament.
The upper house saw repeated adjournments on Tuesday as well over protests by the opposition parties on several issues. Chairman Naidu said members do not seem to be interested in discussing people's issues in the House. He appealed to members who had trooped into the well of the House to go back to their respective seats. In fact, he also warned them that repeated disruptions are harming the image of the Parliament.
Majority of the members want to discuss the issues, and a chair also is willing to permit discussion on these issues. But if this is the way, you cannot force us, you cannot dictate to the chairman of what to do and what not to do. People are watching, children are watching. The entire country is really getting organized by our continuous disruptions. We are sent here for discussing. Discuss, debate and decide. Do not disrupt. Don't show the hand. Don't show the hand. I will name you and send you out. Secretary Sinha Goyal is the name. You can't show accusing finger against the chair. You have to understand this. Being a senior, you will be harming yourself. I am telling you.
The Rajya Sabha chairman has urged both the government and the opposition parties to collectively resolve the present stalemate in Parliament. He held a meeting with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Home Minister Amit Shah, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi, and Leader of the House Piyush Goyal on Monday evening. In fact, he also discussed the situation in the House with Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge after the first adjournment of the House today. So that's it from us in this bulletin. Thank you for your time.